and then he took his foot and then he put it on my head. I was like, excuse me? So welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A because I just reached 300,000 subscribers! And you guys requested for me to eat while I do the Q&A. And of course, today's video is mainly going to be about the best and worst celebrity encounters that I've had. And yeah, I'm not a professional mukbanger, so I'm so sorry if the setup is not professional. I put so much love, heart, and so many hours editing and filming the video that I really thank sponsors for supporting my channel. And today I want to say thank you to GRAZYTV. You guys have probably heard of GRAZYTV. I've heard of it so many times, and it's one of the best places you could get your phone cases. GRAZYTV is amazing because they have military grade drop protection for your phones. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I drop my phone every single day, multiple times a day, because I'm pretty clumsy like that sometimes. And the best thing is I got customized phone cases. Look at this. It says GRAZY here on my phone. I also customized this one, which is a mirror case, which I can, you know, do my lipstick and my makeup when I'm out. I also got this cat case because you guys know I'm a cat mom. You guys know butterflies are magical, iridescent colors are magical. Also, a lot of celebrities that have collaborated with GRAZYTV, such as BTS. I would love to see GRAZYTV collaborate with more K-pop stars like BTS. These protection cases have these cool bumpers on the side, and actually the cases are pretty light. Doesn't make your phone too heavy at all. My phone looks super stylish, and I'm not worried about dropping my phone anymore because I dropped it so many times. GRAZYTV is also offering 10 free sanitizing wipes with every order. They also have cool FDA-approved cloth masks, and every purchase of cloth masks donates one more mask to direct fund. So you guys could go to GRAZYTV.com/GRAZYGRACE to get 20% off your order and match your phone with me. And please tag me on my social media if you got these customized cases because we could be matching. Thank you GRAZYTV for sponsoring today's video. So in today's mukbang, I have 불닭볶음면, which is the spicy noodle, but this one has the cheese on it. And I have the amazing Korean mozzarella corn dogs. Ketchup. First of all, before I tell my story, I want to say good or bad encounters really depends on the person. It's mostly about the moment. It's about if they were in a good mood, maybe they had something going on that day, or maybe they're super shy, and you just perceived it as a bad encounter when they're not. So it really depends on how you met them. Also, I will be naming some people. Some people I am not going to be naming, but I will be giving certain clues just to kind of give a general idea of, you know, what kind of category this person was. And the reason why I won't be naming some people was because I met them through maybe like a party or like at a hangout gathering, and I would never want to violate anyone's privacy thinking that like they can't go to a hangout and have someone talk about them on YouTube like what I'm doing right now. So the first one, I'm gonna start out with a non-K-pop celebrity, but he's super famous, and it is Noah Centineo. You guys probably seen To All the Boys I've Ever Loved, one of my favorite Netflix love dramas, which I don't really watch love dramas, but this was a really good one. Me and my friend went to his like seminar thing that he was talking about, but we were able to get a photo with him right here. You know when you meet someone and they just have a good energy, and like he wanted to take photos with everyone. Everyone was screaming like, can I take a photo? Can I take a photo? And he wasn't like rude at all. He was just trying to like accommodate everyone, you know? And you don't really see that with a lot of celebrities. So he was super nice. We were able to take a picture, and he just looked at me once, looked at my eyes, and I was like, marry me. Okay, the next one is a girl group, and I've only met 3 of the members. I haven't met the other one, but my experience with them were always positive. They were so innocent, super nice, so down to earth, especially one of the members. She was always down to earth. I just remember her having this like really positive, cute smile about her. Just like this energy she was emitting was so strong and positive. And even if they're like super famous, they all seem very innocent. Like, it just seems like they really wanted to just hang out and just be a human being. I personally love their music, love their style, I love everything about them as a artist, so I was honored to be able to like meet them and hang out with them for a short time. Okay, the next one is not a good one. Okay, so this person this group isn't really promoting anymore, or like, yeah, they're not really active anymore, but they used to be, and they used to have like a lot of international fan base. Me and one of my other trainee that we were training with, we just kind of hung out and had a drink together. So the two guys, they were in the same group, same members. Everybody was chill. It was totally fine. We just had a nice talk. It was fun. You know, we were eating, we were drinking. Nothing crazy, right? And then when the bill came, or when the bill was going to come, one of the guy, and I always had this like iffy feeling about him. Not saying that he's a bad person. I'm just saying like he was the type of guy that I just don't vibe with. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, because not everybody fits with everybody. You know, you just have like a certain personality that you just know you won't vibe with. This time when the bill came, he kind of left, right? To smoke or go to the bathroom, I don't know. But we had to pay for the bill, like he wasn't coming back. I paid for my portion, and it's the other guy paid for his portion, and my friend ended up paying for that guy too. Mind you, as a trainee, we're like super poor, we're like super broke, just like college kids. Like I didn't have enough money to pay for someone else, and the other person, I guess his teammate, didn't even pay for that guy. We ended up paying for the bill, so we went outside to see if he was there, and he voila was there, just chilling, just smoking, like, and he just had this look like, oh, okay, let's go. Like, dude, like, I don't think my friend was even that close to that guy, and like we had to pay for him, and you didn't even say thank you. Like, you didn't even say, oh, let me pay you back, or like, you know, like not even the appreciation, like nothing. So next I really want to talk about boy group members. That was like one of the most chillest persons I've ever seen. But anyway, even a year ago I felt like I was still a kid, and like I had this thing whenever I would, you know, be in a hangout or like an area. Sometimes you're hanging out and you feel a little pressure because, you know, sometimes I haven't been promoting in Korea actively for a long time, I feel like, and other people have. You know, like what if they don't want to talk to me because they think they're more famous than me? But one of this guy, like he is part of this really, again, famous boy group, and he was always down to earth. It seemed like, at least, he didn't care what I looked like as long as you were nice and you were vibing with him, and just because I wasn't as famous as him, he never treated me differently. And like our friends even went over to his house, and like he was always very greeting. He was always fun. He was always just so chill. Like that's one thing I really respected about him. And there was this one time when I met him in like a long time, because I was going back and forth from Korea. So when I was in Korea, I met him again in a hangout. You know, he probably thought I was being bitchy by not saying hi to him first. But guys, like I am such a shy person. Like I know it doesn't seem like it, but I was such an introvert. But he came up to me and said hi first. Yo, like, do you remember me? It's been a long time. He just had this like super warming feeling about him, and I think, and he's not Korean, by the way, so I think like his culture, like they just have this like really welcoming, like very positive attitude. And also I thank him for buying us multiple foods and drinks, because I know a lot of, you know, people still, you know, who are in their early 20s, you know, being a trainee or whatever they do, you know, a lot of people don't really have money or make a lot of money, but I know he does make a lot of money, and he paid for a lot of things, and I really thank him. Just, I think next time if I do get another opportunity to meet him, I want to say thank you. Whenever someone does something nice to me, I try not to forget ever, especially if someone pays for you. Never to take anything for granted, and always remember it. And you know, once you are in a position where you can also give back, definitely give back. Okay, we have another bad one. So this guy is not a celebrity. He is more like an artjang, or like a model. A couple years ago in Korea, we had something called artjang, which is like famous for your face. Like you have to be beautiful face-wise, and you have to be famous online. It's kind of like the modern day Instagram model, right? He was pretty famous in Korea. He was on a lot of like clothing brand sites and things like that. And one of my friends mutually introduced to us, and me and my friend, and we went over to his house to just hang out. Now, in real life, yeah, he was handsome. Like he seemed pretty sweet, and it seemed like he was super down to earth, until I found out like the real him as time went on. Long story short, I have to say the feeling that I got from this guy was he had not a lot of respect for women. I went over to his house a couple times, yes, not because I had like their intentions, it was because I wanted to get to know him as a guy. I don't know, like I was a young 20-year-old and I wanted to have a boyfriend maybe. Also because, you know, as a young 20-year-old, it costs money going outside, doing something, so it's always nice when someone has their own house and we could go there and just chill and save money too, right? So when I went over to his house a couple times, he had this intention where he thought that I probably wanted to just sleep with him, which is okay, fine, like whatever. I was too innocent, I was too pure, whatever. There was this one time where I was just like sitting down eating, we ordered food, and then he took his foot and then he put it on my head. I was like, excuse me, like what are you doing? I got this feeling now looking back that he just didn't seem to think that that was weird. I don't know, isn't that super weird? Like why would you put your feet on my head? Is that like a fetish? Or it felt like he didn't grow up with like consequences, if that makes sense. Maybe because like he was always treated so good by the public because he was handsome, because he was famous online, because he made a lot of money through modeling. I mean, he was kind, he was super like kind of feminine too, you know, like very feminine. But then also he had this side where it felt like he didn't really respect girls that much, or like he wasn't really looking for a girlfriend and he was just looking for people to maybe sleep with. So after that incident, like after a long time, I went on the show on Pretty Rap Star. I'm sure he saw me on TV. All of a sudden out of nowhere, he messages me and he's like, oh hey Grace, I wanted to ask you something about English. And I never responded to him because like, boy, you have Google Translation, you don't need to ask me about English. We haven't even talked for years and that's what you say? Yeah. So anyway, not a great experience with him. Okay, this is probably one of the worst encounters that I had with a Korean celebrity. Again, you guys let me know what you guys thought about this situation because I do have my own opinions about it. Now, he is one of the most famous actors in Korea. His name is Lee Jung-jae. He's like probably one of the top actors out there, but he I think was born in 1972, so he's like 20 years older than me. So I get that he's a lot older. Back then when I saw him with one of my fellow trainee members, we were like 2019, like we were super young, and we were in this building where we were like recording something. One of my trainee friends, she saw him and she was a fan of him. Now apparently Lee Jung-jae bought the building that was right across from the recording studio that we were in. So the trainee friend really wanted to take me to take a picture with him because she was shy alone. So I did. I decided to go with her. So we went down, we pretended to go to the convenience store because we were nervous. And then we were walking back and she asked him, oh my god, we're a fan, like can we take a picture? But like he has his hand in his pocket and the way he was standing maybe just kind of threw us off. And he kind of looked at us and he goes, and he like did this like bluff thing, like, if you guys are Korean, you guys know what I'm talking about, like that laughing bluff. And he looked at his manager and he goes, picture? And then the manager spoke for him and he said, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to take pictures. And then we were just like super shocked that just happened, so we were just giggling and we ran away like really fast. At that time, I thought he was just super rude and he was just probably like, I don't know, he just probably saw us as kids just asking him for photographs. Maybe he was super annoyed. But now looking back, I'm like, did he bluff because he thought it was cute because of just like little girls asking him for pictures, because he probably gets that 1,000 times a day? Was he bluffing because he just knew that he was like a total top star and he didn't even say no, he just bluffed, you know what I mean? So then again, you guys, maybe at his level, you know, he's a lot older, maybe he was just annoyed and maybe he just wasn't in the mood that day. Maybe someone has a better experience with him, but that was just our experience at the moment. Okay, last one. There's this one guy, he used to be, oh, I don't think they disbanded, but he is part of a very famous Korean boy group. He's also very talented in his singing skill. He's known for his like amazing vocals. First of all, I am not even like compared to his level of fame, first of all, and he was always down to earth with me. Like he didn't care if you were like celebrity or not, as long as like you were down to earth and as long as you were nice, he always treated you with respect. And that's what I saw. He always treated others with respect, and I could tell he never had bad intentions. He also once invited me to his concert, which was super nice because it's not like I'm close to him. You know, it's not like I talked to him as like a friend, but he invited me to his concert for free and I saw his concerts, and I feel so bad that I didn't get to see him after the concert. And he asked me, why didn't you come? I didn't go see him after the concert. He had a solo concert, by the way. I didn't know if he wanted me to visit him because, like, you know, that's like a moment for his friends and close family. So I was just kind of trying to respect him. again, experiences go the same way. There's probably people thinking that I am a bitchy, rude person because I always used to have this like no emotion poker face because I was so introverted. I just want to say that there are times when some celebrity, there was this one time like she was older than me, she used to be part of a really famous girl group, and I thought we had a nice talk and like we exchanged our phone numbers, and after that hangout I said, oh, thank you for meeting, like, you know, whatever. I sent her a nice message. It's like a respectful thing to do in the Korean culture, but she never responded to me, and like she followed me when we were at the hangout but she unfollowed me after. And there's some people like that who follow you and then unfollow you. I mean, it's like, were they just trying to be nice at the moment and just like kind of forget about it later? But then again, it's not like I talked to them or met them after, or like it's not like I became best friends with them, so maybe they just felt like they didn't want to follow anyone that wasn't close to them. So I respect that and I'm okay with that. Okay, so going to the Q&A questions, I asked you guys on my community page to ask me some questions for the 300,000 subscribers. Alright, so this person asked, did you get any chance of joining an entertainment company recently, like after you left your old companies? So, of course I did have chances, but I decided not to join any company. I just feel like being an independent artist is the thing to do right now. I think I would though sign with an American label, like a music publishing label. I just have different goals now. I just don't want to relive what I lived before. Not that that happens to everybody, but I'm just saying, like, I just want to be independent. I want to do what I want to do. I want to make my own money. Well, you make more music in the style of Planet. I love the heavy goddess vibe in the music video for Planet. Thank you so much. First of all, Jonathan, your comment made my day. Like I said before, I have a US single that should be coming up, but I will always have that magical vibe to me because I love magical vibes. I love the fairy realms. I love fantasy, so I will always carry that with me. I'm not sure when it's gonna come up because of the coronavirus. Everything got pushed back, but I promise you, yes, we have more goddess vibes coming. Have you ever thought about wanting to talk to an alien? You guys know I have a second channel where I talk about aliens, paranormal, unsolved crime cases, so let's go subscribe to that. This is gonna be pretty trippy. I don't care if you believe me or not. I know what happened to me, and I have talked to an alien before. So once I talked to an alien in my dream, and if you guys are spiritual, if you guys believe in dreams, there are certain dreams where you know what's so vivid, so clear. So anyway, long story short, I talked to this one alien that came to my dream, and he told me something very personal about me that I have never even thought about myself. That's why I know that this dream was probably consciously connected to another higher being. And he told me something personal, I'm not gonna say it, and I am literally like getting goosebumps because after that dream, things happened in my life, positive things happened in my life where it came true. There's also a recent case, an extraterrestrial that we believe were in a human form. So I was in Las Vegas with my friends, and I've heard from this person that used to work with the US military, and there's a whole video about it too. And he was talking about that there's a specific location in Las Vegas that there's aliens. And I mean aliens meaning aliens that are disguised as human being forms. Whatever that might mean. I'm not sure if they're talking about like Mystique, where they actually transform, or I mean, I'm not really sure about the technical parts now. You guys know I am a big extraterrestrial believer. I know that we're not alone in the universe. It's not even mathematically or scientifically possible that we're alone. So we were in this location and we were like, okay, let's hunt for aliens. I was doubting myself too. I was like, this is not gonna happen. I'm not gonna see an alien. So I went with two friends, but one of the friends is very spiritually, you know, those kind of people who have spiritual senses, or like a starseed child you guys heard of, you know, people who have gifts that they're able to really connect to different consciousness. So we were with her and I said, please point out whoever you think is an alien. So we're walking around and then we all agreed, and I saw this female. She was kind of big, and she was just wearing these like tube top like this, but there was a weird vibe about her. Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps as I'm talking about this, you guys. So she was passing by us, and then we were just three of us walking like this, and then I saw her eyes glow red. All three of us, we were like, oh my god. Especially my friend that's very special. She was like, that person, she is definitely an alien. Anyway, we were walking around and she really wanted to go to that first alien that we saw, just to try and see, just kind of like confirm, reassure that we saw what we saw. Getting like goosebumps as I talk about this. Anyway, that lady was sitting down. She was like facing this way, right? And we were just coming behind her. Then my friend, she didn't tell us she was doing this at the time, but she actually was trying to communicate with her telepathically at that moment. Then that's when that lady turned around to see my friend. Like she was just like turning around a couple times like this to watch us, and I was like, I am getting goosebumps. What if she like transforms into like a monster and tries to kill us? Or she could read our minds and then she like knows where I live or something. I was getting freaked out. I was getting super freaked out. So me and my other friend, we were standing here, and so my friend went near that alien lady and she said that she asked her, I know who you are. And then that's when the alien lady turned around to my friend and whispered in her mouth, my God. And she kind of like rolled her eyes. And then that's when my friend walked away and she told us 100% it seemed like she just wanted to be left alone. She knew that some people knew that she was an alien, but she just wanted to be left alone. Like they don't want to really talk to you. I guess they don't want to be this close. Like they're there for some reason, whatever reason that might be. Now I did not take any videos or photos. I think that's super rude. It doesn't matter if you're human or if you're an alien especially. I don't want to go beyond their privacy, you know, like exposing them who they are online. I would never do that. I want to respect that aliens' privacy and other aliens' privacies, and that was it. Do idols actually develop crushes or fall in love with members of their own band? Does that actually happen? Well, I saw the news that it happened, but I've never heard about it in real life. Any advice to overcome stump or when there's a lack of motivation and inspiration? Aww. You know, 2 years ago, I used to have one of the biggest slumps in my life, and what I started doing was actually my journal that I actually started out with 2 years ago, and one of the first times that I wrote was September of 2018, and I started writing down my manifestation of what I wanted in life, everything that I wanted to happen, everything I was struggling with. And once you write down your intentions of what you want to the universe and in your diary, it really changes your life. So if you have a stump, write down everything that you're struggling with, everything that you want to happen in your life, and I promise you it will change your life. Is there one thing you could change about the world we live in? What would it be? Ooh, I feel like in the world it's always your team A or team B or team C. I feel like we're always taught to divide. Like, why can't we all have our own opinions and our own decisions? I get it, but not pick sides so strongly. And that's one of the things that I wish could change about the world. Grace, when did you realize that you wanted to be a K-pop idol? And who helped you back in your training days mentally and financially? I wanted to become an artist ever since like I was like 13 years old. Who helped me financially? My parents, but obviously like it's not like my parents were well off, so they couldn't really help me out that much. So it was a struggle. It was a struggle just to get a meal. Like I had my uncle give me allowance for every time I met him, and he bought me food, allowance, you know, clothes that I needed. So I really thank my uncle, I thank my aunt, and just thank my relatives. I like to know if you regret getting into K-pop. Of course not. Like, Korea is my blood root. I was born there. I'm Korean, and I'm so proud of being Korean, and I'm so proud of K-pop. I'm so proud of what I've been doing, and I'm so proud to represent my country, so I've never regretted it. Your personality seems so optimistic all the time. My question is, how do you stay so positive? First of all, I was the most negative person up to 2 years ago. Yeah, I was like gloomy as F. Like, I was one of the most gloomiest, depressed person ever. But I realized that life is not always about expectations. And once I took expectations out of my life, because when you have expectations, you expect other people to build your life for you. But life is not like that. You are the creator and you create your own life. Anyway, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this long story time and Q&A. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And do not forget to go to caseify.com/GRAZYGrace to try your own customized cases like I did and match with me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in my next video. Bye!